bow. You come to. Wreckage is all around you. You are in some kind of batch of debris. There is a smell of smoke, burnt carbon about you, some other acrid flavors or smells that you can taste. Your ears, if you had them, whatever you use to sense sound, are ringing a bit.
Oh. What happened? Am I alone?
You are.
Hello? Is it dark?
It is. There is some light nearby. You can see some flickering. There are sounds of malfunctioning electronics about you. You can see some flickers of electricity and the sounds of maybe things sort of falling or breaking about you. You can hear some debris tumbling about.
Hello? Guys? Muhn? Iris?
Nothing.
Rue? Enders? Marco? And I wait. I think after a while, I'm gonna try and maybe move towards wherever's lighter.
Sure. I think you roll sort of down some broken rock and debris. There's a decent amount of smoke and dust in the air. There are pipes that have burst in various places. Steam moves past. And there is a sort of red haze about.
A red haze? Is it coming from somewhere or just around me?
Make an insight.
Insight. Roll check. Insight. Difficulty? 12. 5.
You're not quite sure where it's coming from.
What happened? I mean, why am I alone? I don't remember what happened. Did I lose time? Maybe what happened to Muhn that one time happened to me and I kind of feel around for gunk.
There's plenty of gunk.
Oh.
There's a lot of fluids and things that have made their way onto the ground nearby.
What does it taste like?
Probably sort of like fat.
Ugh.
Or oil.
Well, if I didn't gunk, maybe somebody else did. Oh no. Do I recognize anywhere where I am right now? I mean, compared to like the room we were in before, before all this happened, like the tables, the weird crystals, a way out, maybe?
Yeah, there's as you look around, and again, there's only a little bit of light sort of bleeding in from what looks to be some malfunctioning electronics and things. Some wires that have are shooting some sparks here and there. So it's not like a strobe light effect or anything like that, but it's, sort of the occasional flash of light that you get. Around you, you can see slabs of concrete that have been broken and destroyed. You have clearly fallen from high up.
Am I hurt?
Yes. You have taken. Please roll me a d10.
Okay. 2.
You have taken 6 damage.
Okay.
You didn't seem to notice at first, but after you kind of take stock of the situation and the ringing dies down a little bit, you're starting to remember just a little bit of falling.
Ugh.
The ground
I must
gave
have bounced
way.
hard.
Up above, you can see that it's kind of blocked off and caved in. Slabs of concrete. You can even see some like broken furniture and stuff that has tumbled down with you.
So I don't think there's a way out then if I fell, unless there's a staircase, or can I even find a staircase?
There does appear to be a break in the wall nearby.
Okay. If I can't find any people or any items or any things, I'm gonna make a break for that break in the wall.
Sure. It's probably a bit thinner than yourself, and you're gonna have to sort of squeeze through. Give me a might and dex check, please.
Might and dex.
Open.
Difficulty.
Open.
10. Open check. Okay. Might and dex. 18.
Yeah. You're able to get through
Great.
no problem. You squish right through. Easy.
Like an octopus.
As you squish through, you can see a hallway. It is partially lit. There seems to be the equivalent of emergency lights on. This place looks significantly different than the place you were just in, up above in the Drakmore Labs. There was some very familiar-ish looking levels of technology. Here, it's almost futuristic. There are various wires and pipes that are running through. There's a lot of damaged electronics and flickering lights in what appears to be a long hallway. It's almost like a maintenance tunnel.
Marco?
Your voice echoes for a bit.
Oh, where'd they be? Did they leave without me, or maybe they're lost, or maybe they didn't fall? Maybe I didn't dig hard enough. I don't have a message scroll, do I? I think I ate it.
I don't know. I didn't keep track of your inventory.
Well, I don't keep track of my inventory. Moon does.
Iris did give him one.
Okay. From who to who?
It goes from Iris to Bo.
Okay, from Iris to Bo, not the other way round.
Goes either way.
Okay, then in that case, I'm gonna think real hard, and then like you're gonna see like a perforation in my slime self, and then like a scroll comes out of my slime of holding, and I'm gonna. You're right in this, right? I don't have a pen. How does this work?
I would imagine that it probably is in some sort of scroll case, and there is probably some sort of attached pen.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna grab the pen with my pseudopod, my scholastic pseudopod of writing, and I'm going to write Marco in all caps on it.
There is no response.
Question mark on the end of the Marco. Maybe there's no reception. I shake the parchment and I put it back into my slime of holding. Hallway. Supply closet. Buckets. Water. No, not now. Am I thirsty? Am I thirsty?
Up to you.
How long does it feel like it's been?
Insight and insight.
Open check or... Okay. 6.
You're probably hungry, maybe thirsty.
I'm gonna roll up to the... well, you said it was like a supply closet. Is there a bucket anywhere?
You said it's a maintenance tunnel. It feels like a maintenance tunnel to you.
Oh, okay. No buckets that I imagine. Never mind then. I'm gonna keep going down the tunnel then. Until I see something.
Please roll me a d6.
1.
Okay. There appears to be an open, like the maintenance tunnel opens up into a larger area up ahead. You can see various bits of debris where it looks like a wall has been destroyed. There's something else that catches your eye as you begin to move down the maintenance tunnel. There are markings along the walls. They look like scratch marks gouged into the stone.
Oh. In what kind of pattern?
Doesn't seem like it's in any kind of pattern.
Dragging across, like are they in a row? Like is it swirly? Like what kind of scratches?
They are about 3 feet up from the ground.
Okay.
And there's maybe 3 or 4 of them. Various scratches. They come in pattern of probably I shouldn't say pattern, but they come in groupings of 3, and there's some like singular ones there as well.
Like a rake?
I don't know about that. Probably not.
Okay.
They're not necessarily evenly spread.
You see. Well, I don't want to be a wall. I guess I'm gonna try and not say Marco as loud, just in case whatever made those gouges isn't friendly, and I'm gonna keep going because I don't know if there's any way back.
As you continue forward, there's various puddles of red liquid, sort of a particulate on the ground. Pools of varying sizes. One of the pipes is dripping this red liquid.
Is it blood?
Does not appear to be.
Does it taste like blood?
You taste it?
I'll taste everything.
Okay. Please make me a might check. This will be difficulty 14.
Uh-oh. Okay. Might. Difficulty 14. 13. Well, that's bad shit.
When you taste this,
Mm-hmm.
you have a violent reaction. I don't know. I'll let you figure out how this feels for Bo. But it would be the equivalent of... It would be the equivalent of drinking like straight syrup of ipecac.
Maya doesn't know what ipecac is.
It's something that makes you throw up on purpose.
Oh, okay. In that case, do I get any damage from this?
Yes, you certainly do. Please roll a d20.
Oh. $11.
11 damage.
Ooh.
And
What kind of damage did I take?
this would be poison.
Okay. I think what you see happen to Bo is, upon extending a pseudopod into the puddle, you started, like, from where it contacts the puddle, almost it's like a chain reaction, it cascades like a wave down into the main body of Bo's slime, and he starts to convulse, and the smooth membrane starts to basically quiver, and it's a weird sort of look, and I guess the HP loss is kind of because he kind of ejects as maybe like a reflex part of himself into the puddle, you know, like through the pseudopod, as like, you know, I guess that's how a slime would throw up. However, I am going to, because I am a slime, I'm going to I have a thing called ecdysis, which means that after I lose a hit point, how do I show this to the class? I can spend 10 hit points, so I have resistance against poison now. So I've lost another 10 HP.
Okay. This room that you're in with these puddles, there's a fluorescent light that is flickering kind of overhead. There's a lot of debris in here. There appears to be well, there's no real other way to describe it. You can see chains lying about the floor. They have been broken by what appears to be a large pile of debris. Something was chained up here and was caged. The cage has been destroyed. The chains have been broken.
Oh. That's not good. Unless it's a friend who broke free. I mean, we're not necessarily in good guy territory. Could be a good guy. Could be a Wookiee situation. Who knows? Is there anything else in the room? So I see this cage around me. Are there any doors?
This cage has been destroyed. It definitely had what looks to be some very sturdy looking bars, but so much debris has kind of fallen on it that it's just been wrecked. As far as the size, it's probably about like 8 feet by 8 feet or so.
Okay.
It's not like a perfect cube, but it's close.
Okay. I look around a bit. Can I kind of glean where whatever was in there went? Did it go where I came from? I'm kind of guessing that's where the scratches were from. Or has it gone somewhere else? Has it carved a place for me to follow?
Yeah, you don't have to make a roll for this. There's this tunnel that you were in. The other side was kind of blocked off and damaged, but and it led into here. This room looks like there was a door on one side, and the door looks like it was like heavy and made of steel, and it is off its, well, partially off of its hinges. There's a few dents and scratches in it. There are some other weird signs of tampering around it that you can see. It looks like chunks of the wall where the hinges are were severely damaged. Claw marks are there, and there are also some... It almost looks like the wall crumbled.
Okay. I think at this point I'm probably going to... I focus for a tiny bit until I rise into the air slightly as I kind of sprout two tiny wings on the sides of my head, and they're fluttering as I essentially kind of invoke some of the dragon nests that I've kind of caught. Jump scares me every time. So I'm now flying. Let me just see if I can change it so you can see what's going on here. Bloop. And so I'm basically invoking Terratheria Flight. So that's what it's called. I have to use a third of my hit points for this. So 46 divided by 3 is 15. So I have 15. I've lost 15 HP. I think at this point I'm gonna take a potion because I have a remedy. I have 6 IP.
Sure. Absolutely spend that.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to go to your items and just click remedy, and it should just work.
Mm-hmm. So items, remedy.
There you go.
Okay.
It already took the 3. You can hit. There's a little. So they've added an undo button. Hooray! So you see the little rotating arrow there. You can revert. Just hit one of those.
Okay. I'm back to full health now, but I'm flying.
Excellent. Ahead of you, there is a hallway, except this time it looks like there are various rooms about now.
Mm-hmm.
You can see what appears to be staggered rooms. You can see doors from the hallway. Again, the light kind of flickers. There are wires that are sort of hanging down, occasionally sparking.
How many rooms in total?
5.
I'm gonna go for door number 3, Steve.
Please roll me a d6.
Okay. 4.
Okay. You head to this room, and you can see that the door here has been damaged. This door is hanging open.
It's not hanging open, damaged by a 3-claw, maybe 1-claw sort of situation, is it?
There's no claws on this. It looks like it's been dented.
Oh. Has it been al dente enough that I can see through it or past it, or is it just like a dented steel door?
It has. It's sort of hanging a bit, the door. You can definitely see into the room.
I want to maybe peek.
Sure. You Scooby-Doo peek. And I feel like Bo stretches when that happens. You know, he like stays on the ground, and we just get
Like the snoo from the Flintstones or something.
sure, buddy.
Yep. That was a reference. Oh, I feel old. I'll be over here.
When you look inside, you see some movement.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bit of light flickering. It's hard to make out what's moving, but you hear some sort of like scraping noise. You think you might have seen something trying to dig.
Do you need help?
Say this out loud.
Yeah.
Immediately, this thing turns towards you. And let's bring you over here. As you see a greenish creature about the size of a dog, medium-sized dog or so,
Oh, okay.
that turns towards you. It looks similar to something that you have seen before, except it's a bit different. There are red crystals growing from it. It has red eyes and some nasty looking teeth. It's time to roll initiative.
Howdy, dog. Oh, what are you? Okay.
Hold on. Oh, that'll work. You get to go first.
Okay. I'm good. Can I speak to it? I have beast speech.
You can absolutely try.
Hi, I saw you digging. You a friend?
This,
You don't look friend-shaped, but maybe perhaps I could, make up for that in this relationship.
this
Is that too soon?
green small dragon that you saw previously after Iris pointed it out when you were in Vermisia looks quite a bit different. It's a bit malformed. It's got red crystals growing from it, and as you speak to it, it says, and I imagine this is fairly distorted for you, it doesn't sound like any of the beasts that you've spoken to. What kind of languages, what kind of creatures are you able to speak to?
Let me reopen that thing and show it, just to put it here real quick. In classes, ooh. Whoop. Sorry, the music had me going.
Echolalia. Got it.
Feral speech. There you go. I can communicate with beasts, monsters, and plant species.
Yeah, it sounds off. As it speaks, you maybe get every few words. It says something along the lines of
Muhn has all my food.
it rushes towards you.
Okay.
So, I'm going to say since you got a crit on your initiative, you still have a turn. What would you like to do?
Is it gonna try and attack me? It seems like it is. I'm going to say stay back and shoot it with my with a ranged slime shot.
A ranged slime shot.
It's an unarmed attack for a 14.
Did you target it?
No.
That is a hit. Make sure to target it.
It has been targeted.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, and you launch forth a slime projectile towards this creature.
Mm-hmm.
And it connects. You see several of the crystals kind of break off. As they do, there's this red mist that shoots up, and you see essentially solid, gas, and then back to a liquid as the mist spits up into the air and then lands on the ground in one of those red puddles.
You don't look too good.
And it's a... And you see parts of its flesh sort of decomposing. There's some necrosis that has happened here as it rushes towards you. And it will try to bite you.
I am flying, so it misses.
Right. You fly up into the air, avoiding the attack. It is your turn.
Okay. Oh, a bad doggy. Bad doggy thing. I am going to, doom gaze it. So, the center of my being starts to swirl into what looks like an eye, a whirlpool, and a beam of blue energy blasts out towards this creature with a doom gaze with an 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okie doke. The creature looks unaffected.
Ha! Okay.
Or I'm sorry, Doom Gaze. Wrong one.
Dazed and weak.
Yeah, dazed and weak. Okay. Yep. Let's see. Gotta add that to that spell ability. Okay, dazed and weak. Very well. Yeah, the creature sort of skids to a stop as it tries to bite you, and you fly up out of the way, and boom, you doom gaze it, and it stumbles a bit as it reacts. It's sort of like shaking as it looks up at you. As it does, you can see it kind of like reaches its claws into the ground, and then hurls stones up towards you. And will use a spell.
A what?
However, if you try to use your chimerous bullshit, I forget the name of your bullshit.
Spell mimic.
It doesn't quite seem to register for you.
Huh.
And it will miss as it tries to hurl a stone barrage your way. Okay. And as you can see, we got some animation effects now.
We do indeed. Oh, yay.
It is your turn.
Okay. I will, I suppose, attack again. I'll shoot down with my, slime shot again for 12 to hit. Boom.
Okay. Yep, that is another hit.
21 points of slimy damage.
Yet again, you strike at this creature. And, you can see more of its flesh sort of just slough off as you strike it. And it makes a painful sort of sound. You can see flesh sort of falling onto the ground and pooling. Several more of the crystals shatter. And you see again solid to gas to liquid landing on the ground.
Ew. I think, so I'm gonna use Breach, which is a free attack. This time around.
Okay. And what are you doing with this?
So the next turn, so whenever the target suffers damage from a source before the start of my next turn, that source deals. Oh, this is for when I have friends. Oh no.
You can
Let me see.
retcon
You
it.
destroy what?
You
Well,
want to retcon it?
as in not do the move.
Mm.
Sure. In that case, nothing happens.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. It is the creature's turn. It will continue to try and stone barrage you.
Okay.
An 11 versus your magical defense. That
My
is a hit.
magical defense, an 8.
Yes.
Okay.
You are hit for 21 earth damage
Okay.
as various flechettes of stone just make full contact with you.
Okay. Ow. Oh boy.
And I think some other bullshit happens. Yes, you suffer dazed as well.
Okay. Insight die reduced by 1. I've done it. Okay.
It is your turn.
Okay. Oh boy. I guess I'm gonna strike at it again with a slime shot. Or a 14 to hit.
Another hit. How do you kill it?
I think I'm not really trying to like kill it, but I guess I'm trying to kill it. So, what happens is a bow extends a pseudopod towards the creature. Essentially, like his tentacle turns into a barrel-like thing, and it also looks rifled somehow. And he just launches a bit of blue essence through the shot into the creature, and it's like scatter shot. Really, it's like buckshot, but like from a sniper rifle. It's coming out of a rifled barrel, but it's buckshot because it's a lot of rifled shots all at once. And he's basically Swiss cheese, but I don't know if he's from Switzerland. But anyway, he is now just.
This is Bo rambling in his own head. As
He's
this,
dead.
As this creature just kind of falls apart. It does not seem to turn into rainbow smoke, however. The flesh and the crystal starts to dissolve. And there are bones and such left behind, and rotted flesh.
What was he digging at? He was digging.
Yeah. You take a look around the area. Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Okay, am I
Difficulty,
still shaking?
You are not.
Okay, or dazed. Okay, insight check.
This will be open.
Okay. 9.
You find what it was kind of digging at. There's a body
Oh.
that was buried by some of the debris. It's been partially eaten. You can see there is a chunk missing from the leg that was exposed.
Can I see if the body is friend-shaped? And by that I mean, does it look like any of my allies?
You know almost immediately that it is not.
Okay.
They appear to be wearing not the same kind of lab uniform that you saw up above, but similar. There's a mask component here. This person was wearing some kind of mask over their face. Similar, I suppose, to the one that you picked up in Syntharis with Iris.
A mask?
Yeah. Like a mask covering nose and mouth.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna loot it.
Sure.
Does it have an ID or like, you know,
you want to loot this
lock?
person?
Oh yeah, it's a body. I'm gonna loot it.
Yeah, absolutely. You find a few things. First and foremost, you find what appears to be a key card.
Oh.
It doubles as an ID. You see a picture of this person on the front of this card. You haven't seen them before. They're a human. And you can see that they just have a number. It doesn't have a name or anything there. Just a number.
What's their number?
Let's write it down. Always gotta be the one. It says SR 739.
Okay. Rest in peace, SR739.
There appears to have been some kind of workstation here, but it's been destroyed.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll pocket away the key card just in case I need for later, and I leave the room. Before, first off, I guess I'm going to take a cursory glance left and right to see if maybe perhaps there's anything else in the room before I leave.
Sure. There appears to be... sorry, let me see here. There appears to be a series of potions that you find, effectively filling your IP back up to full.
Oh, perfect. All right, I'm gonna leave the room then. There were like 5 other doors or 4 other doors left.
4 other doors.
Do any of those doors look like they need a key card?
Before you can do that,
Gasp.
you get a response back on your communication scroll from someone.
Does it ring?
I imagine it doesn't ring. It probably has like a it's not quite like a vibrate feature like your phone, but it would probably be some kind of it's almost like it's you know that ringing that just randomly will happen sometimes with your ears. You'll just just randomly.
I destroy the scroll. I'm joking. Okay.
It's a little bit like that, except there's a pattern to it.
Okay. Beep 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 beep. All right. I check the note. What does it say?
Oh? Where are you?
I reply, I am lost. Full stop.
That's helpful. Describe your surroundings, please.
It is full of red slosh. Is there a character limit?
No.
Okay.
After
it is full of...
So just to again just describe what the communication scroll is like, it's a little bit like once you write the message and someone responds, the previous message disappears.
Okay. Then you start to see from the top of the note there, I have have no idea really. I think I fell asleep or I blacked out or something. I woke up and I was like really bruised and it looked like I fell from a long distance. And when I got down, I was like in a laboratory and I saw a bunch of stuff and there's lots of red stuff around the place and just dripping everywhere. I found like a weird dog dragon thing and I killed it. I think it's dead, died. There's bones everywhere. I got a key card. It has some letters on it and I'm really lost. I have no idea. It's like a lab and I'm a lab, I think.
Meanwhile, we join Iris.
Polo?
Iris, you're surrounded by various debris. There's red liquid on the ground nearby. You were covered a bit by debris. Please roll me a D10.
2.
You've taken 6 damage.
All right, that leaves me at 37 HP. I crack my back a little bit and stand up. Looking around, do I recognize at all where I am, or do I see any exits or anything?
You are in a larger room. There appears to be basically a slide of slabs of concrete that have been destroyed and broken, and wires are sort of all about you. You can see various wires kind of sparking, occasionally lighting up the room. There's a lot of it looks like very dangerous around you.
Oh, this is not good. Now, is this prior to receiving communications from Bo at this point?
I imagine it's about the same time. That's probably what woke you up.
A lab. Dripping stuff, weird dog thing. Lab. Okay. That's... Alright, so you said there are wires that appear to be sparking. There is liquid on the ground, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Is it some sort of a trail?
It doesn't appear to be. There's these metallic-looking cylinders and glass all about.
Experimentation? I see. Well, I will, survey the room a bit to see if there are any sort of, openings, trying to avoid the pool of liquid and the sparking if I can, in particular.
Okay.
I don't want to get electrocuted.
This will be a dex and dex. Open check.
I'm very good at those. That's a 6.
Yeah. I think you're doing your best to get around these sparking wires, but you get zapped, basically, and this is gonna require you to roll a d10 for me, please.
1.
Yeah, you realize you're about to get zapped, and you're able to minimize this as you only take 1 bolt damage. From it. Some of the sparks get you a little bit. You're burned, yeah, if you almost stepped like fully on a wire, and you only notice after the fact as it burns you.
Goodness, that's not good. Looking around, I don't notice or hear anyone. I realized that I was with Rue and with Enders, and with Bo before everything, I assume, collapsed. Or something. There is no one in this room?
If there is, they've been covered by debris.
That being said, I am lost and I have no idea where I am supposed to go or where my friends are. If possible, I would like to attempt a ritual to locate my companions.
Sure. Okay, and you're using a what kind of ritual?
It is a spiritism ritual. Spiritism allows you to sense the presence and feelings of creatures.
Yeah. Does it have any specific kinds of creatures, or does it just say creatures?
It just says creatures in general.
Okie doke.
But you can, basically for the potency, it would be medium because you're trying to locate someone or something. And for the area, it depends on how many people you're trying to locate. That will multiply the amount. So it is 30 mana for locating someone. I'm gonna spend the 60 mana to find them in this moment. So I will be looking for small in terms of area and medium in terms of looking for someone. And if you want to alter that at all, let me know.
Okay, let's see here. Locate someone or something is 30. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay, so that will be
small. It's going to cost you 60.
Mm-hmm.
Points.
Yes.
Okie doke.
So I am at 26.
Sure.
I will go ahead and take my staff to help myself steady, and it will begin to glow brightly as small fragments of my soul begin to pour out from me, sort of trying to be locators to sort of create an arcane breadcrumb trail, so to speak. I'm sending them forth to try to find my friends.
Okay. Give me an insight and willpower. The difficulty is 10.
I will go ahead and utilize my background as a priestess to re-roll this with a Fabula point. Because magic is bad when you fail. Thirteen success.
Okay. Let's see here. I think, you know, have you seen the Daredevil show?
I saw the movie forever ago.
Oh yeah, the
back when I was young.
Yeah, Ben Affleck. I don't know if that one counts.
Yeah. So no, not the show.
But yeah, there's this kind of it's got like an echolocation kind of sight, and sometimes objects are kind of almost highlighted. It's like a sonar kind of effect. And as your senses begin to extend and ripple around you, they're like targeted ripples. You can see them extending outwards, and you can begin to sense your friends in their rough directions. It seems like everybody's gotten spread out from one another. They're not super far. It looks like... Roll me a d4, please.
3.
Sorry, I gotta check my list.
Take your time. It is all right. I'll just stand here not getting electrocuted.
How shall I describe this? Probably the furthest away, but the most powerfully impacting on your senses is Muhn. Muhn is quite a bit further away from you than everyone else.
Now, when you say the strongest on my towards my senses, is it some sort of aura or some sort of emotional response or something that I'm sensing?
Yes. Everything.
I think that shakes me slightly.
Intense emotions. An intense aura or presence. It feels like if the ripples that you've sent out are like water, it's like the water has frozen in that direction.
And this emotion that I am sensing, am I able to lock in on it in any way? To sense sort of, is it anger? Is it sadness? Is it both? Is it unidentifiable?
A little bit of everything.
My face falls a bit, but I must remain resolute and find the others. Muhn is capable.
The
Who is the closest?
The nearest person to you appears to be Rue.
Okay. I will take an elixir out of my pocket because I have a raging headache from this. It has expended a lot of my mana. I'm spending the 3 inventory points and regenerating the 50 mana from that. Alright. Does it look as though there's anywhere I can go to reach where Rue is? Perhaps through a wall or perhaps even upward?
Yeah, it does appear like one of the walls in this room has been almost entirely knocked down. Basically, just the corner remains intact. This room spills out into what appears to be a hallway of sorts.
I will very carefully follow the aura that I am sensing through Rue.
Sure. This hallway is short. It has what appears to be a T-junction. You head to the right, heading towards where you believe Rue to be. I would like you to roll a d6 for me, please.
4.
Okay. This T-junction, leading to the right, has a much longer hallway here. You can see part of the ceiling has collapsed, and you kind of have to squeeze through a little bit. And there's various like pipes that have burst. You can see there's liquid that you have to splash through on the ground or jump over just up ahead. And you, after passing through this, you can see that there are a series of doors spaced out about equally. It is clear to you almost immediately that these are some kind of cells.
Looking ahead, do I notice any sort of movement or any dangers?
Insight. Open check.
Ooh. May I then apply my focused, which is a lore master thingy that I got? It allows me to use, what is it? The bonus that I get from this for how many points I put in to add to open checks using double insight.
Yeah, you should be able to hit that You Perform button right there.
It worked. 13.
Upgrades, baby. Yeah. What was your question again? You wanted to see if anything sort of was
Any
dangerous around you?
movement, yes, anything dangerous, I am trying to be very cautious. I'm squishy. I'm alone. I am scared.
Yeah. There's definitely things moving about in the cells. You can hear things chittering. You can hear things sort of whining. You can hear things scratching on metal.
Oh,
There appears to be 2 doors that have been damaged. One of the doors is leaning up against the opposite side of the wall of the hallway. It's sort of been knocked on an angle. The other door looks like it has been dented and sort of on near the bottom it's been kind of broken and opened.
do I get the idea that something big would have had to knock that down?
You don't think it was big, but it was probably pretty strong.
Strong. And Rue is in this direction, yes?
Yep.
Then I cannot falter. I continue.
Okay. You squeeze underneath the door that's leaning up against the other side of the wall. You're going past the cells, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't see another option, yes?
Correct. Unless you go back towards the other direction.
I'm gonna get to her as quickly as possible.
Okie doke. As you sort of scooch underneath the door, past that area, you get a glimpse inside those rooms. You can see claw marks. You can see some burn marks. You can see, and again, this is really just illuminated by various, like, there's some flickering, like, fluorescent lights about. Lots of damage in here, lots of debris, and some sparking wires and such. You get the occasional glimpse of things. Otherwise, it's fairly dark. But again, there's occasional lights that are working. And more of that, like, red particulate liquid about. As you near the end of this hallway, the room opens up. There is what appears to be several workstations and tubes of large cylinders of red liquid.
Does it look as though anything is moving in those tubes?
Bubbles. The liquid is kind of moving about. There is various, like, particulate moving about.
If I have a spare moment, I'm going to take the scroll out, and I'm just going to write to Bo that I have located all of you using my magic. I'm on the trail of Rue. I'm going to find her first, and then I'll come for you, all right?
Guess I'll stay put.
And then I will put the scroll away and continue towards Rue.
Okay.
I think.
She's not far now. This room, this lab that you're in right now, has another door. Do you go through that?
So it has a door on the opposite side?
Mm-hmm.
Do I notice any other exits or entries other than the one I came through?
Nope. It's effectively 2 ways into this room. The other door that you see and where you came from.
In this room, you said it has these large tubes and, does it have any sort of desks with paperwork or anything like that?
No paperwork, but there's definitely, they're workstations here.
Ah, I
The
see.
monitors are similar to what you saw up above. The technology here it looks even more advanced than you saw up above in the short tour that you had.
Oh. I probably also do not have any credentials for those systems, so looking by myself wouldn't really make sense. Perhaps I will gather the others. I mean, Bo is very intelligent. Alright. I am going to slowly and carefully open the door, if I can.
Okay. There's probably like a pad next to the door.
Oh.
And it has a place for what looks like some kind of card swipe.
Okay. Now, are there any number pads or anything, or is it just the card swipe?
It just looks like a scanner kind of thing. There are no there's
Gotcha.
no number pad.
Oh. Looking around the room that I am in, do I notice any debris? Anybody?
Well, there's plenty of debris. You want to look and see if there's anybody that got smushed?
Yeah, or if there are any drawers and whatnot to be able to look through. Anything I can try and find something to access this keypad.
Sure. Insight. This will be difficulty 12.
Alrighty.
So roll check.
11 failure.
Yeah, as you begin to look, you start rummaging through things. It's very orderly in here. Like, there's no, like, you see some supplies and things. There's, like, various kinds of pipettes and equipment that you don't really know what it's for, but there's, like, syringes without needles. There's like if you went digging into a medical laboratory, that kind of stuff is around. You know, you can find some like bandages and things.
Do I get the idea that this area was some sort of a medical facility, or do I get the idea that this was an experimentation room of some sort? Like, is there any surgical equipment or anything like that?
There's definitely surgical equipment. Could be either, could be both. You don't know.
I see. I think I turned slightly green at the thought. I will pull out my communication scrolls again, and I'm first going to write to Enders to see if he is awake. So I will say, Enders, are you conscious? Please respond.
No response.
Oh no. Okay, I'll put that one away, and I'll pull out the one for Bo. Bo? I cannot seem to get to Rue. She is behind some sort of keycard locked door, and I cannot find anything in this area to get inside. Do you know if you are locked behind any sort of doors like this?
Key card? I have a key card. I don't know about other doors though, because I have no idea, because I came from somewhere else. You know, there's a tunnel and a place that I had to squeeze through a hole, but I don't know if you can squeeze through that hole, but maybe I can get to you, but I have no idea. Where am I? Where are you?
I look towards Bo's aura. How far away is he?
Not too far. Maybe, I mean, I imagine it's just kind of like this weird sense that you have. Approximately 100 feet.
I am about 90 to 120 feet away from you. I believe. I don't have a ruler with me or any sort of measuring device, but I will make my way towards you.
How far away is that in football fields?
How long are football fields in feet?
I have no idea. I don't watch sport.
I don't either. What a coincidence. Perhaps we are more similar than we think.
300, roughly.
I will try and make my way towards Bo's aura instead.
Okay. Yeah. So this is going to require you to kind of go back the way that you came. As you begin to head that way, you make your way back to the T-junction, which again leads you to, it's like a series of like L-shaped hallways with occasional doors along the way. Sticking on that path, you can see that there's more debris, and you come to a hole in the wall, and you can sense a Bo on the other side.
Bo?
Polo.
I did not say Marco. Marco.
Wait, is she writing or is she speaking? Because I'm
I'm
like,
speaking into the hole.
because I'm a corridor and also a couple rooms away, aren't I? Unless I've gone there, Whack.
No, she's speaking through a hole in the wall, apparently on the other side of the wall from you.
Oh, in that case, speak into the hole.
Yes?
Hello. Hello.
Huh? I am on the other side of this. Are you able to squeeze over here?
Maybe if you move you're blocking it
Oh,
with your whole situation.
pardon me.
Okay. I'm gonna
step
try.
back.
I had you do a might and dex before. Is that right?
Maybe. I think so.
And am I able to help pull him through, if possible, when he gets closer?
You can always try. You can do a group check if you'd like.
Smiley face.
Group check. Okay, smiley face. Group check difficulty is 12. Support check difficulty is what?
Just 10.
Okay. Initiating.
I am very good at these, but I do have a bond with you.
Okay.
I am very good at this.
I suppose you were
That
right.
is a 12.
So I've never initiated these before, so now what do? Do I hit support or do I hit roll?
Roll.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll and fail.
Yeah. It's just that, did you ever see those like TikToks of somebody trying to pull the gold bar out of the acrylic boxes? And they have that hole and they gotta squish their hand? That's kind of what that looks like.
You're pinching! You're pinching! Get you stop pinching!
Sorry. You must constrict yourself more if you wish to get through this.
I've done this once before, but it requires a lot of focus and patience, okay? I'm a slime, not an octopus. But, I could give you the card. I say.
But how are you going to get out?
I don't know. But you seem to have a door you need to get to. I could try again. GM willing.
You can absolutely try again. Let's have an open check this time, might and dex. Bo.
Okay. Might dex. All right, stay back. 10.
Yeah. I think this is just going to take you a while, effectively. So we can assume that this is like 10 minutes of effort.
I can't do this if you're watching, okay? I promise you the last time I did
turn
this,
around.
it was really good. Like, really good. I got all my gunk in there and I kind of moved it back and forth like I was some sort of squishy balloon. But now, maybe it's what I ate. I think it might be what I ate
believe
before.
in you.
Don't eat any of the red stuff on the floor. It will make you ipecac.
You ate it?
Well, I mean, I had to try it.
What did it taste like?
Well, like when you, it's a tough one, really. It's like, what's the worst thing you've ever tried in your life?
Olives.
Olives.
They are disgusting.
Well, it was fragrant and delicious like olives. However, it also tasted like knives. And that part I had to spit out.
Olive knives. I turn and I look at him.
Don't look at me!
Oh, sorry.
Is Bo's just like dripping from that hole in the wall? Like it just.
I need time to manifest, okay?
Okay, manifest.
Manifest one whole unperforated slime on this other side of the wall. wall. Oh. But yeah, don't touch the stuff. I think it makes you go mad or something. It might, I don't know, maybe olive knives are Moorish because like the thing was like, you know, all over it. He had crystals growing out of himself. He was going hungry in some sort of weird kind of thingy accent. I have no idea. Maybe he was, I don't know. I can't speak dragon, zombie, dog.
Where did it come from?
Well, he was in the lab when I got there. He was eating some guy's haunches. And then he tried to eat my haunches. So I fluttered in the sky and I killed him. Ipecac style.
You are incredible.
I mean, really?
Yes.
Why?
You defeated a monster such as that all by yourself. And you seem as though you are partially unscathed.
You know, I'm not dead. Yeah. Interesting,
Yes.
that.
You are powerful, Bo.
A powerful bow. I would say, oh, please stop. It's going to go to my head, but I don't have a head. So keep it coming. And I'll try and keep coming through this hole. Physically.
I read that line in a book once, you know.
Really?
Yes, it was a beautiful novel.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'll have to hear more about it once I get through this. I pop out the hole.
Can I turn around now?
You may.
You are whole.
And out of the hole.
Excellent. Let us go and find Rue, yes?
Sure. Lead the way.
Follow me, and you
I'll
would
jump
notice...
onto her head and properly bowl her over.
Oh, I do not have the neck strength that Muhn does.
Kind of just like peel off her and fall on the floor dejectedly.
I really wish I had the wood snapping sound that I had on my XLR before. It's a really loud. It's like a large plank of wood being snapped in half.
You would also notice that my eyes have shifted to this very bright kind of yellowish gold aura at the moment. It looks kind of freaky. It looks very scary.
Have you done something with your hair?
I noticed that it was a little bit rustled after I fell. Does it look sexy?
I have no idea what that means in this context.
Does it look voluminous?
There's volume in your hair, yes, I think, maybe.
Very good. Rue will appreciate it more, probably.
Okay.
Possibly.
Lead the way, Rueward.
All right, I am sensing her aura in this direction. And I will begin to lead.
Begin to head back the way that you came yet again. Back towards the door with the card scanner.
You managed to salvage a key card, you said?
Oh yeah, this rectangular thing that has not a name but code. SR something or other. Here you go.
Thank you. I will go ahead and, glancing back at the lab and all of the equipment and the tubes, do I notice any changes in the movement in the tubes at all?
No.
Okay, good. I will swipe the card.
The door, you hear the lock on the door pop.
And I will... Is it a push or a pull?
I think it's a slide.
Joke's on you, it's revolving.
So the door, is it automatically sliding and exposing everything inside?
It is sliding into a recessed place in the wall. Slides open. You can see another hallway and more cells.
Oh, these cells are very creepy. When I said that I enjoyed seeing the environments of this region, I did not mean the underground cells kept in a laboratory that is very similar to that of a real-world organization that makes the video games.
Do you think
Building.
Do you think that real life video game organizations have dungeons?
Gamers are quite weird.
Gamers are quite weird. Hey, I'll take offense to that.
Well, we are weird, are we not? Tis a
I
good
say.
thing.
Speak for yourself, weirdo. I'm cool.
You are very cool, but also very weird. And
Where
we
to?
continue towards Rue.
Sure. You come to one of the cells, and you sense Rue inside one.
Rue?
Marco?
Looking inside of the cell, do I physically see her at all?
There's a small window, probably like, say, maybe 1 foot by 1 foot, with like what looks to be some kind of, it's a clear view panel inside, and you can see Rue splayed out on some debris, with some wires hanging down from the ceiling.
Oh, is there some sort of scanner on this door to open it?
There is.
I will try to open it with the keycard we have, hoping that the qualifications are good.
Door does not appear to slide, but you do hear some kind of release.
Maybe it's revolving.
We'll try to move the door if I can.
Sure. It appears to pull open into the hallway.
Oh, this is a very heavy door.
It's like a heavy steel door. This thing probably weighs like, I mean, like you got to put like all your body weight behind it to get it open.
I will open the door and, as soon as possible, run to Rue.
Sure. Rue, please roll me a d10.
Okay. 8.
You've taken 12 damage.
Owie.
But Iris runs over to you, Rue, and you can see that Rue is breathing. Seems to have been knocked unconscious.
Rue? I'll very carefully cradle her. Rue?
Marco!
Ow.
Are you all right?
Why does everything hurt?
You have fallen as well, it seems.
I nestle against your bosom.
Oh,
Everything hurts.
oh, I will hug you. Are we... Are you all right? Is anything broken? Is your tail broken? Did you fall on it?
My ears go straight up as I try to flex my fingers, my legs, my toes, my tail. Is anything broken?
You're definitely bruised and battered, but it doesn't feel like anything's broken.
I should be fine. Can you help unbury me, though?
Yes, yes. Oh, help me with these?
Huh? With what? How?
With the debris?
Oh, okay. Is there a broom somewhere?
Oh, they are large rocks. You can pick them up.
I'll try and pick up a large rock. Where do you want it?
anywhere but near Rue and me.
Okay.
Please
Not
roll.
in the doorway.
Please roll an open might check.
Open my mic.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked
7.
for help.
Yeah, you're expecting Bo to pick up some of the larger debris, or at least hoping that he will. It's definitely one of the smaller pieces.
Wow.
You're like as a bubble pops in my back. I think I'll
Incredible.
move this instead.
I begin to just try to shovel things off of me one-handed.
I'll help
Pull
as
myself
well.
free. Is it just the two of you? Anybody else? What happened? How we got separated?
We did. I sense the others.
I don't mean to alarm anybody, but when I woke up, I was surrounded by a lot of goo. You know, the kind of goo you normally see after, like, Muhn goes berserk and turns a dragon into sauce? That kind of goo.
Yes. I sense her aura. And it is very disturbed and powerful. We should try to reunite with everyone and help her as soon as possible.
Okay? Where to?
Did you try reaching out to her? And I very awkwardly begin to lumber up onto my feet.
I have no scroll that communicates with her, and Enders, who is a connecting point between you and me and Muhn and everyone except for Bo and I and Enders and I. He did not respond. I'm worried about him.
I reach into my inventory and I pull out an orb. It appears to be made of some kind of gelatin on the surface, and there's a roiling smoke on the inside, gray and purple. And I seem to consider it for a moment. Maybe we should look around first.
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Throw it back into my inventory. Lead the way, I guess. Ugh.
Enders has not moved from where I sense him, correct?
Correct. Who's leading the way?
I suppose I am.
Well, you could just point where we have to go. You don't have to be in the front.
Ah, are you volunteering, Bo? Excellent, that way.
Huh? Okay. Huh?
Bye.
Okay, I guess I'm in the front.
Okay. Bo, go ahead and roll a d6.
Like a D6, like a D6. Roll 1d6.
Okay.
6.
As you continue down this path, there's a series of rooms here. You can see that there is a large open area at the end of the hallway. Looking into the first room, you can see a series of monitors. Basically, it looks like these doors are different. Like, you came across various cells. These doors are different. They have essentially like placards next to each of the doors. And you can see on the placard, first one, it says CE Lab 7. The door appears to be not that heavy steel that you've come across, but it appears to be, I imagine, probably a wooden door.
Hmm.
Is there any sort of window in the door, or is it just a
No window.
straight? Okay.
I yank the door open.
This door is significantly lighter. It's just a normal door. You open it up, and there appears to be a workstation in here, and it's pretty bare otherwise. There appears to be a steel table that is in the center of the room. The workstation is on the right side, and on the wall you can see several monitors. They're of varying sizes, and various bits of data are scrolling up on the monitors. One of them is broken.
Does anything stand out on the monitor? In terms of like code words or anything that sounds familiar?
I'll take an insight, difficulty 10. We can make this a group check if you like.
Would you like to observe as well?
Yes. I pop over your shoulder.
Is it plugged in?
14 for my assistance.
Support with Iris. You get nothing from me. 3.
20 success.
Damn.
Yeah. The monitors, from what you can tell, appear to be data related to different kinds of creatures. There are classifications on the monitors. There are vitals on the monitors. And there's a lot of errors on the monitors as well. You can see what appears to be a note on each of these entries that says anomaly rating. Pretty much all of them are 0. There is 1 that says 10.
This one says 10.
Yes. Do any of these creatures... So we're seeing the classifications. We're not seeing any of the picture representations of them or anything like that?
No. I don't imagine there would be. It's mostly vitals. But many of them are errored. I'd say there's 10 on the monitor that you can see right now.
Okay. And is there any... Oh, go on.
This is starting to reek a little bit like Jurassic Park vibes. I don't think I like this. And you see my tail swishing irritably back and forth behind me.
I do not think we wish to interact with that one. 10 is quite high. I think? Maybe?
On a scale of what?
I don't know. And on these monitors or anything, are we able to interact with them in any way to kind of zone in on any of the particular creatures?
Yeah. There's big, like, I guess next to each creature, there is some kind of touchscreen entry, and you just have to push it like it's a button right next to it, and as soon as you press the button, it expands into more information.
Whoa. Oh.
Roll me a d10, please.
Five. Lukewarm.
Okay. This one is labeled as Dreadmoth Experiment. Classification monster.
Well, how scary could a moth be? I had a whole jar of them.
I hate moths.
Hmm.
I dread them.
Good.
I see what you have done there.
What do you mean?
Nothing. And what is this one's rating? Is it 0?
Yes.
All right. And am I able to press on any of the others, particularly the anomaly that is 10?
Sure.
That is the one I am most worried about.
Yes. Okay. You press that one. I would like you to roll me a d22, please.
1.
That is hilarious. This one is humanoid. There's actually a few question marks about this one. You can say it says name owl.
Who?
And then it says player unknown.
My eyes narrow.
Wait, why does that say player right there?
That's an old game. I don't like it very much. No one wants to play with me.
That means someone else here is aware that this is a game.
It means that
I
they
knew
were an
it.
experiment, Rue.
Says
Maybe.
obtained in Izalinga.
Is Izalinga a place in this world or our world?
Please make an insight difficulty 10. You can make a group check.
Okay. I shall open it. Insight. Wait, who has the better insight? Somebody else do it.
I've got 10. I think Rue also has 10.
Use your brain.
All right, I'll do it. Heck it. You said it was a difficulty 10?
Yes.
The check is up.
Not a clue.
I don't read lore. I skip the cutscenes.
Geography isn't my strong suit in either reality.
I do not know Izalinga.
If only Muhn were here.
Do we recall any players that we went against in these tournaments or against in any of these races named Owl?
No.
I'd remember every single one of those ruddy bastards.
Well, I suppose we're not going to get very much here, but this is valuable information.
There's also another thing that you notice here. Their vitals are very strange, Iris. They're classified as both human, undead, and it also says experimentation failure.
There were no undead classes when we created our avatars, right, guys?
Not technically. That was DLC. I mean, that was projected long down the roadmap. You know, with Cryptica and stuff.
Right.
Made the place and didn't even get it right.
Cryptia? You named it. I just gave you the idea.
Looking around this room, is there anything else that we notice in terms of any movement or anything that might be important in this moment?
Doesn't seem like it.
our names on it. I mean, there are the players. I mean, like, what's the player field on that thing? Can you do a search? I don't know, like a computer speak, because Maya doesn't know that kind of stuff.
If we click the others or press on them, do any of them stand out? As in, are any of them other players or anything like that?
Doesn't seem so.
It is just Owl then.
I'd like to open my quest log and see if there's any changes.
Oh yeah,
Ooh, good point.
there's changes.
Guys, open your quest logs.
First and foremost, there is a warning, and it says, "Warning, villain nearby, villain nearby," and the quest log for the Emberstone theft is flashing. There's a lot of question marks on that. Return the Emberstone shipment quest that you have, or objective for the Emberstone theft, and it has counted up to 2 of 8.
We should find Enders as soon as possible and make our way to Muhn.
Yeah. Yeah.
How close is his aura?
Not too far. Maybe another 100 feet away.
Does it say where this owl thing is?
It does. It says, containment cell, and this would have been CE 010.
Is there like a floor map somewhere on the wall? Are you all here?
Or do we remember passing it when we walked?
You did. You passed it when you were walking.
Oh, we passed that one.
Should we, I don't
Is it
know.
closer? Maybe we should take a look before... We don't know what's gonna happen if we bump into Enders.
Also, the last time I tried speaking to something here, it tried to eat me, and I had to kill it dead. So I don't know if that's going to happen here, but I think that's important to note. But if it's a player, then maybe perhaps that doesn't happen. Because if it's still here and it's not dead and it's unknown but it's undead, then maybe perhaps I'm making up weird shapes as a slime. Then I don't know, but maybe perhaps we have to save it, him, it, dead.
Perhaps we find Anders and make sure he is safe first. I look at the scroll. He has not responded, yes?
Correct.
Okay,
I would just like to make sure he is okay and safe.
that's fair. I have no idea how close Enders is. You can see him or something, right?
He is that way, about 90 to 120 feet away.
It's like a third of a football field, I think.
What?
Bo, please roll me a d6.
Okay. 2.
Okay. As you begin to follow this corridor away from these offices, you can see that there are monitors on the hallway walls now. They have various bits of data on them. Some of them say encrypted. Some of them are displaying a bunch of numbers and such. And you come across one that looks like a video feed. video feed is showing what appears to be a creature in one of those red tubes that you saw, Iris. It looks unconscious. You can see red crystal growths in its flesh. And it's sort of floating in there, like the Bacta tank in Star Wars, something sort of floating in there.
Does it look humanoid?
No. This creature is, sort of squat and almost spherical. It has wings and horns. Underneath on the monitor, it says Imp Abomination.
Hey, is that one of the bad things that we fought?
It's a little different.
No.
Look at
Kind
the
of
crystals.
close.
They are doing experiments by putting the crystals in these creatures, or having them inside of the tanks. Let us continue.
Okay.
As we're moving, I'd like to sniff the air to see if I can catch hints of anything.
Yeah, it's a melange of smells. Give me insight, open check.
Okay. 9.
It's a little overwhelming. There are like medical smells as well as this like acrid smell. You smelled it before. And you know, like various creature smells. Kind of hard to distinguish things.
I rub at my nose. There's too much for me to track.
Well, that is concerning. Your nose is very discerning.
Show off.
But you get like a smell of like maybe some blood.
I whip around to face the two of them, looking distinctly at Bo first, and then dismissively, and then moving to Iris. Are you bleeding anywhere?
I have a few scrapes and bruises.
I smell blood. I don't think it's coming from you.
What, you think I can't bleed? Because I think you're right, but still.
I let my nose lead me, and I begin to pursue the direction of the scent.
Yeah, it's coming from the vague direction of where you sensed Enders.
This is the right way, Rue.
He might be hurt.
Yes, let us hurry.
I begin to run.
Okay. You begin to
wait
run.
up.
And as you begin to run, you can hear some moaning some debris moving about. Lying on the ground, you can see a small pool of blood underneath Enders.
Enders!
Enders! I rush forward and I try to scrabble and pull dirt and debris and stone off of him.
Enders, please roll me a D10.
Okay. Well.
You can roll it on physical dice. Got any nearby?
Yeah, they're all
Struggling.
D10, huh?
Yep.
Two.
You've taken 6 damage. But you are starting to come to. There's debris about you, and you can see Bo, Iris, and Rue clearing some of the debris off of you.
My eyes are scanning him for any significant injuries as well.
Yeah, he's got scrapes, cuts. And you can see, like, maybe like one of his fingers is broken or something.
Oh,
Ow.
Are you dead?
I don't think so. I don't know what that feels like.
Well, I hope. Well, I mean, we just learned that undeads exist, so I think maybe perhaps you have to be a bit more specific.
What? I don't remember anything. I just remember, the Emberstone and loud noises. That's about it.
I point up. Is there another gaping hole?
Yeah, the ceiling is collapsed here. There's like concrete slabs that have kind of been broken. You can see some of the furniture from up above has kind of, collapsed in a pile. Some of it's underneath Enders. It's been sort of sprinkled about the room here.
Enders,
Oh,
your finger. I do not wish to alarm you, but
oh yeah, that's all twisted. That's nice.
we should probably set it.
All right.
Okay. Look at us. And I attempt to set his finger.
Yeah, there's a pop.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. You did great. We'll ice it and everything when we get out of here. But, Muhn's aura, I performed a ritual to find you all.
What the hell? What's going on with your eyes?
Her eyes? It's a hey, you should be watching.
It's the magic that I used. I can see all of your auras, and Muhn's is very volatile at the moment.
Toast the moon, right? I'm not
we also-
prepared for this. All right.
Are you
Do
able
I
to
still-
stand?
It depends. Do I still have debris on me? Things still feel a bit numb.
I've made hard work of removing as much as I can. You're covered in dirt, but I think this will be enough. Do you want a hand?
Sure.
I grab him by the elbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I need to work out more.
No, it is probably that muscle weighs quite a bit. And he is very muscular.
And I look towards Iris. I was like, I don't have it prepared.
It is all right. We'll figure it out. We do not know what is going on. Okay?
Right. Now stand up fully. Start dusting myself off. Well, if you can see stuff, I guess lead the way.
We found there's after you.
No, well, I think we were saying the same thing. There is another aspect that we should be keeping in mind, and I look to Bo.
What?
Owl. Cell.
Who? Oh, there's a player somewhere.
What?
A player. We
Do you
found
remember anyone by the name of Owl?
Go ahead and make me an insight, Enders. This will be difficulty 12.
Okay, I'm almost there. The brain is finally starting to work. All right. Insight. This is a roll check, right? Yes. Insight. 12? Just bunk my head. No. That's a 3. No. No idea. Are they hostile?
We don't know. They're in a cell. There was information on a screen. We can show you. I think it's on the way. Is it on the way towards where Muhn's aura is?
No.
Oh no, it's on a
Back the way you
different way. We found a room with screens, and they listed all sorts of different experiments on creatures and their vitals and what have you, and an anomaly rating. This owl was a 10. The others were all 0.
Wait, said creatures and player. One and the same?
Indeed. Yes, and it said that their vitals were listed as human, undead, and an experimentation failure. They
Okay.
were experimenting on players. Or at least that one.
All right.
No. I think it might be best if we try to find Muhn first. Last thing we want is them to put Muhn in a cell or something.
I
don't
agree.
think they can do that, right?
I mean, Muhn is the savior, after all. My only thing is, I don't know how... I think the room with Owl was much closer than where Muhn was, right? I think we passed it on our way to the lab to find you. Thinking back.
We did. I would like to help this player, but Muhn is...
Moon is
more
Muhn. We have to
important.
find Muhn first. Yes, if
Yes.
Muhn is closer. I can't see her. Can't see much.
Is
be
Muhn
honest.
closer to us than this player is?
I don't know that you know exactly.
Oh, right. I don't have their aura.
Yeah.
But I remember where
but we
this
know where the
Yeah,
door was. We passed it.
roughly, maybe equidistant.
They are both the same amount away. I say we go to Muhn, and then we regroup.
Moons before owls.
As you're exiting the room, there is a one of the workstations is flashing. It says surveillance feed.
I rush over and I click the button that says surveillance feed.
There's several images that kind of flash through. you see what appears to be an intact laboratory as the feed seems to be rewinding effectively. There is a bar on this, and it looks like this takes place a few hours ago. As it rewinds quickly, you get quick images, like as if you were scrubbing through video. You see Muhn. You see another individual that I will not make you do a roll for. You all recognize this person. You've seen this person before. It permeates your memories. Made an impression. This person was at RegaliaCon. They were the keynote speaker. There's a moment where that sort of memory enters your mind almost the same time.
Thank you so much for being here. Seeing all of you come together, bringing Regalia to life in ways that I couldn't have imagined, it's honestly overwhelming. When we first launched, we thought we'd built something big. A world that players could truly immerse themselves in. But you have shown us that Regalia is more than just a game. It's a journey. One that grows more thrilling every day, thanks to all of you. This past year, we've watched you conquer the lands of Asgore, fight through the forests of Elendrath, and make memories in places like Nosisia and Ket. Regalia has become the most successful MMO launch in history, breaking records, inspiring devotion, and proving that this community is unstoppable. But we wanted to push the boundaries of what was possible. And with Shattered Alliance, we're doing just that. This expansion will double the level cap from 25 to 50 and introduce lands unlike anything you've seen. From the cursed shadows of Zode Uisa to the fierce rock jungles of
the memory begins to dissipate, you all look at each other and recognize Tim Cross as you see Muhn leaping down a staircase, charging through a door, knocking it off of its hinges, bursting into a lab. Several of the researchers that seem to be with Tim Cross run as he turns towards Muhn. And we travel back in time a few hours as Muhn catches up with Tim Cross. Muhn. The door is knocked off the hinges. You see the researchers behind your quarry run as Tim slowly turns towards you.
Savior, would you prefer I call you Muhn?
Either one, really, is fine. It doesn't matter.
You've made quite a mess.
Or am I cleaning things up?
Well, you've provided me with a good amount of data, actually.
I'm sure I have.
Thank you for joining me.
I study him. And I look around.
The lab is futuristic, even by Earth standards.
How long have you been here?
A day or two? Or do you mean when did I found the lab? Or do you mean when did I come here?
How long has this lab been active?
A good many years now.
Decades, maybe?
One.
Do you know, and at this I'm shaking, how many people you've affected? How many people you've killed?
Killed. Are they truly dead? All of these, heroes that have been out there, broken open from Emberstone? We found a lot of data on them.
Oh, you found data. I'm glad you found data. They found nothing. They lost everything. You've been collecting data on people that have died. What the hell's wrong with you?
Wrong with me? I created all of this. I'm figuring it out as well. We've got to learn what the connection between Emberstone is and the rift. Magic, creativity, technology. It's all intricately linked. How else am I supposed to find out what that link is if I'm not to run experiments?
By sacrificing people?
That's what it takes.
Is he sitting at a desk?
I imagine he's standing up.
I walk over to him so that I'm right in his face. You used me. And this, I gesture. This is just a costume. And it's not a game. Did you think it is?
Oh no. I'm fully aware that this is no longer a game. This is much, much more. This is an entire world. There's a lot in it. A lot of power. You've accrued a good amount of it yourself, have you not?
Of course
Look
I
at you.
have. What else was I supposed to do? It was that or die.
Right. Perhaps I'm doing the same.
Oh, doing the same. And I grab him by the collar and I push him up against a wall. In this environment, nice and cushy, huh? You have a whole team beneath you. I I had to scrounge and eat off of skeletal remains, Tim. And I drop him to the floor.
Do you think you had to do that? Really?
Yes. Yes. I've been waiting a long time to do that, actually.
How long?
Oh, about a decade.
You sure about that?
As sure as I'm allowing myself to be.
Are you sure you're even you?
I'm sure. I'm sure that by the way I feel right now, you're not a good guy, Tim.
Not sure that matters. Good and bad alike. What matters is the fact that we're here. You have power. I have power.
Mm-hmm.
But what is that power? Where is it coming from? You have any idea? Do you know what the Ember Stone is? Why were you not encased in it when you arrived?
I don't know.
Do you think the original you did?
What do you mean the original me?
I have a theory. I don't think you're the Muhn that arrived in Regalia.
A theory? How did you arrive at this theory?
I've been watching you for some time. I've seen you do all sorts of things. I've seen you absorb Emberstone during the war, a long time ago. Remember that? I study our eyes carefully.
And then you see my eyes start darting. Of course I remember. Why wouldn't I remember?
Because you're an anomaly.
But I've been here. I've been here the whole time. How can you say that I'm not what I am?
You've been floundering around, working for this empire and that, while I've been accruing data. I'm accruing it right now. Did you think that the Emberstone shipment wasn't to lure you here? You're a puppet.
No, I'm not. I make my own choices. I save people.
That's what you think. You've caused just as much trouble as you think you've saved. Shouldn't you be Dragon Empress?
And at this, you see all the emotion just leave my face, and my shoulders drop. Shouldn't I be? Shouldn't I be home? Shouldn't I be Jan? Shouldn't I be outside of this box? And I go back in, and I look at Tim, and I stand right over him. Shouldn't I be dead? I would rather be dead, Tim.
Why aren't you dead? See, I have a couple of theories about you. You're a very peculiar anomaly, not like the other failed experiments here. You're something different. I'm curious about it. Yes, the failed experiments. There's something else special about you. I think perhaps you are able to tap into the very powers of creation itself. Perhaps that's how you're still standing. Perhaps that's how you've managed to rebirth yourself.
Rebirth?
All of those leaders over the years that you've been puppet listening to. Have you ever questioned that they might be lying to you? They told you there's no way back to Earth, right?
Yes.
Astonishing. Somebody places something in front of you and you just believe it.
What do you mean? I've never seen an exit. I've been looking the whole time. There's never been anything that's opened back up to Regaliacon, and I haven't seen anyone that I've recognized up until weeks ago.
Well, that's why we collect data, isn't it? And I wanted to see precisely how you'd react to being injected with Emberstone. And at that, I hold my hand up and a gauntlet materializes around my forearm. It's kind of technological. I tap a sigil with my thumb on the inside of the palm of the gauntlet, and when Muhn had grabbed me and held me up against the wall, I had surreptitiously placed something on her abdomen. As I click a button, it releases a little sort of flechette into her skin, and I say, "Find me if you want to learn more." And then I tap a different sigil on the gauntlet. There's a pulse of orange light that sort of erupts beneath my feet. All of these circuit-like patterns race outwards in a perfect circle. The air crackles, reality folds in on itself, and I'm gone.
No. And I sink to my knees because I all I wanted was to kill this man.
An explosion erupts around Muhn. You can see the surveillance go dead as debris falls all around. As we return to Iris, Enders, Bo, and Rue.
So as I said... Wait, you're listening? Well, so as I said, I think that maybe perhaps we should go to find Muhn in the first place. Where is she?
She needs us.
She needs us.
I reach into my inventory. I pull out the smoke bomb and I'll use a Fabula point to teleport to her.
Rue?
Where'd she go?
And now we have to find 2 people. That is, oh boy.
Do I still sense Rue's aura?
It sort of materializes a moment later.
Oh no. Oh no. I point towards where Muhn is. We must go.
Can you poof like that too?
No, I cannot.
I started double time it. Wait, am I still bleeding? I didn't realize. 'Cause if I am, then I won't run.
Yeah, I think there was a wound, and I think Iris just set the bone, but I don't think she actually healed you.
Yes, magic is very costly, and I heal for like 40.
Yeah, I'll no, it's fine. I just didn't want to agitate the wound and bleed out. I'll take some cloth from my my cloak and wrap it and
We found bandages in the other room.
Oh.
Here.
Okay. And I'll try to bandage while we walk. I'll catch up. Go.
I am rushing as fast as I can.
Oh, wait up!
Meanwhile, Rue, you appear next to Muhn. What are you doing right now, Muhn, as Rue appears?
I'm hovering, not doing anything, but I'm about 3 feet off of the ground.
I try to wave the smoke away as I use my ability of see you later to appear at Muhn's feet. I'm on my knees as I blink away the smoke and I look up at her. Jan? As I push myself up, I find my hand instinctively trying to reach for her. And if I can, I try to touch her. Jan? Muhn? No. A panic begins to settle over me. My ears flatten, and my fur bristles. As I desperately grab your arm, and I try to pull you down towards me. Jan? Jan? Can you hear me?
Rue?
Hey. Hey.
Mimosas.
Yeah. Mimosas. Yeah. Hey. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. And I push up onto my tippy toes as I try to reach and lace my fingers with hers. And brunch? You remember brunch? You remember? We used to take walks on the waterfront? And I'd show you pictures of my cousin. You thought he was hot, but he's an asshole. Do you remember that?
Riley.
And I caress her face.
Hey!
Stay back.
And I start hovering even further into the air.
No. No! Just try to remember, and I will try with all of my might to hold her in place, to bring her back down, to ground her. I am not strong, but I lean as hard as I can into it.
Might and might. Open check. You begin to lift off the ground.
And I explode.
Three of you feel this explosion as Rue is launched towards the wall. Rue, please roll me a D100.
$93.
You are knocked down to 0 hit points as you collide with the wall. You see Rue smack their head hard against the wall. Cracks in the concrete as Muhn explodes.
Explodes? Like, fully explodes? Like, where is she now? Is she AoE or is she meat?
Wait. Does this happen when we show up?
Yes.
Okay, I got a critical. Can I change it?
I was gonna go with what you had picked. Would you like to change it?
Wait, which one were you gonna go with? I put like 3.
I saw one.
No, I was
That last
discussing
one.
with the
Oh,
group.
it's up to you. Tell me.
Wait, what was the last one?
Favor was what you typed last.
Okay, fuck it. Let's go with the rules.
Tell
Does
me.
that
What are you
mean-
doing?
I wanted to save Rue. But a favor is gain admiration. Wait, Muhn is gone, right?
Muhn, are you
Still
gone?
He just had exploded. I don't know.
Muhn, you tell us. Are you gone?
No. Okay.
Okay. Yamcha, not Goku, thank God.
All right, so we have a favor, which is your actions earn you someone's support or admiration. Now I can do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this towards Muhn.
You don't have to
Because-
do this if you don't want to. It's up to you what you
mean-
want to use on your opportunity.
Me wants to save Rue from fucking getting exploded by a wall.
So, what would you be able to do with that?
Which one? Favor?
I'm trying to see here. I do not believe there is anything where, unless you use a Fabula point to change the story, if that is what you would like. These
Right.
are separate. There is Unmask and all of these other ones, but there's nothing about changing the scenario other than someone popping up.
What's the third one mean? Oh, the fourth one, sorry.
Faux pas? It means you can make somebody say something embarrassing. Or something that will make you
Really?
know what they're doing.
It's
not necessarily
beneficial
embarrassing.
to us.
Yeah. Like, we must go to the secret base behind the waterfall.
All these suck. All right, I'm just gonna use scan. I'm gonna look at Muhn, and if I can't use it this way, then I'll choose something else. But I want to see what's causing this issue. What's going on? It says you discover one
Vulnerability, or one
vulnerability
trait.
or a trait of a creature that you can see. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the one that I was hoping you'd pick. As you scan Muhn, your interface flashes and it says, warning, villain detected.
Hey, Iris?
Yes?
And as I say this, I would say this, things start to slow down, my hair will start to raise up, my cape will then unfold from my shoulder and then suspend itself around the back of me and flow down. Lightning will start growing from my hands. I'm sorry, but what I talked about, unfortunately, is true. Muhn? I told you a long time ago I was going to be the one to try to save you, but it may not mean saving you in the way that I really want to. Grab Rue. Tend to get Bo out of here.
What do you mean? What's happening?
Muhn is no longer. And the tear will go down my face.
What do you mean she's no longer? She's right there.
The crackling will start getting bigger. I can't bind her. I'm not ready yet. I can pour everything I can into some stuff to let you guys get out. She's no longer here with us. And is there any way I can share information to interfaces?
No, not that you've seen.
They have to either run or fight. Because she's now...
She's now what? Muhn, it's us!
No,
Oi!
don't go near. She's lost. She's gone. Done.
What have you done?
Muhn, do you know what's going on with you? I see it, but I don't want to be the one to tell them.
You hungry, buddy?
I look down. I'm floating about 10, 15 feet in the air.
Oh.
Yes. Very hungry.
Yeah,
Oh.
prepare yourselves.
What do you want to
Whoa.
eat? So, prepare ourselves?
Yes, get ready for an attack. You slime, get out, or we fight. Pick your choice.
Well, I'm not
I
leaving
can't-
without Muhn.
I might be able to do a ritual.
No, there's no time for that.
I start pressing my hands together.
Iris, please make insight.
Is
Open
this
check.
an open check? I will utilize my feature of Lore Master to be able to use focus to grant me A bonus for 16.
Okay, I'm gonna send you with DM.
I lower myself onto the ground, slowly. And I squish Bo.
Huh?
Yep, that's what I figured.
You do not belong here. Your time has come. Come to me, my child. And I look at Enders.
What?
You were so lost in the beginning, Enders. Don't you remember? You just wanted to stay here, and now you can stay here forever.
With me.
And I raise up into the air quickly.
I look back at Iris.
My staff is in my hands and I am raising it. And it begins to glow. And there's a surge of spiritual energy that surrounds me as I try to cast hope. To try and save Rue.
Iris,
She's doing.
Iris begins to collect energy into the staff. There is a red glow from the various emberstone around the lab. The puddles of red begin to coalesce back into solid form. And you can see tendrils of red begin to swirl towards Muhn. Iris, you begin to cast this spell on Rue. What does it look like?
I begin to levitate very slightly. The energy around me, it appears as though it is cradling me and lifting me up. It is all sorts of colors. It is a rainbow. It is a beautiful rainbow of power. I am pulling from my soul, from the souls of my arcanum, from all that I can around me in this area. I raise my staff, and in a flash of light, energy, in a glowing, radiating beam, shoots towards Rue, piercing her in the chest.
Like a PED or a defibrillator activating on Rue. There is a pulse of magic.
As I return with the surrender rules, I start this scene with HP equal to my crisis, and I will choose darkness. I must change my theme to anger, doubt, guilt, or vengeance. So my theme of reckless will now become vengeance.
Rue, you need to stand. We need to go.
I'm slowly walking towards Muhn.
I stop looking at Brew with concern and immediately look at Enders, and my face changes.
Yes. Of course. We should be on the same team. Don't you think?
I'll look back at the others for a second. And I'll hold my arms up.
Anders?
I'll look back and I'll wink, and I'll mouth go. And I want to spend Fabula Point. And I want to know if I can spend multiple Fabula Points.
What would you like to do?
I want to cast a spell on both me and Muhn. I want to cast Iceberg, but twice. And try to imprison us in his ice.
Very well.
Even if it's for a time, to get them out.
Okay. So be it. Enders begins to cast the spell of ice, enveloping both him and Muhn. Ice begins to form all around. It is a reddish hue as it begins to envelop both of them.
I remember my very first friend. And it'll slowly creep up my arms, up her shoulders. And then I'll lay my head on her chest and I'll say, I'm sorry. And then a burst of ice will come out of the ground. And it's not going to be gentle, it's jagged and angry. And it'll envelop and swirl and twist on us, almost like a flower bud. And silence.
Bender!
As ice surrounds both of them, you see them both sort of still. The glow from Muhn's eyes just kind of still rippling out of the ice as things go silent. Iris, Rue, you sit dumbfounded.
Where's Bo?
They're kind of a puddle nearby.
Do I sense them alive?
Bo, please respond to my DM.
1 second.
There is a hint of life left in Bo. However, you begin to see cracks form in the ice around Muhn.
Rue? Do I sense that I would need to also expend the energy for the same energy that I did for Bo? For Rue?
Yes.
Shit. I'm going to chug my last elixir to regain 5 mind points or 50 mind points. Rue, we need to go. And I will weakly raise my staff again. And cast hope again.
Again, the magic swirls around. This time you can see veins of magic cracking the skin of Iris around her hand where she holds her staff. An obvious telltale sign that she's expending far too much energy. at too quick of a pace. There is obvious pain written across Iris's face as another pulse of magic ripples through Bo.
Bits of slime from across the room start to coalesce into a small ball that starts to turn into me. Ah!
We must go. I looked at Enders and I am pouring tears.
What happened?
We must go! And I lift my staff and I cast heal upon Rue and Bo. You are granted 12 additional hit points on top of the 40, so you are healed for 52 points. And Bo, you will gain Rue, you will gain a +1 on your next check. We must go.
Muhn?
The ice around Muhn begins to shatter.
Okay, lead the way.
Fine, let's go.
We'll find you too. Somehow.
I grab Iris's hand and I run.
My turn.
涙の色はエメラルドブルー宝石みたいに光ってる流れ星を見上げていたあの夜も